Welcome back to the KB Music Den. I am Keith.
I'm Brad.
And we're doing another one of those fun things where we surprise the other one. He's walking into this blind, no idea what this video is about.
Good.
So here we go. So recently, you saw we posted Rubber Soul versus Revolver, two albums that were made chronologically, you know, Rubber Soul and then Revolver right after was released. And we stacked them up side by side and we said, which is the better one? We went track by track. Check that video out.
Yeah.
And then we did Ryan Adams.
Yep.
So my thought is, I started to think about albums that were released in succession. Two albums in a row by an artist where it's so close and the albums are so great that it's hard to really pick one. But more so, the point of this video is that 1-2 punch. It doesn't have to be the debut album and the sophomore album.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the career of, you know, an artist, the band that you like, those two albums in a row that are just so great, and you wrestle with yourself like, is this one, do I like this one more? Do I like that one more? And some of these we may end up doing the wars, you know, the battles.
Which would make sense, yeah.
Yeah. So I have just one of these examples in mind to start the video while he starts to look. So look around the whole room. Take the time you need. I'm going to talk about my first but my first two in a row, and then I would struggle with which one I like more. I'm going to grab him over here and set him loose. So I'm going to talk about.
Just grab one set of.
Yeah, like two albums in a row, and that you think are both fantastic, and you struggle with, you know, which one you like better. I just realized we both walked off camera at the same time, but that's okay.
You can hear us, guys.
Yeah. Oh wait, I have these on vinyl. Let me. Hey everybody! You can hear us. We're still here. Brad is digging, and I am digging. Yes, I do have both these on vinyl. I thought so. Okay. Which says something right there. But. All right. So, I'm back. These are my first two in a row from a band or an artist that I want to talk about.
I'm back.
He's back. Death Cab for Cutie.
Okay.
Transatlanticism. I always said to myself, they will never top this album. This album is a flawless, beautiful masterpiece. Then they came out with Plans, which is different. A lot of different kind of sounds, different style songs. But I'd have to look and see the number of tracks here. But you want to talk about head-to-head, this would be neck and neck. At the end of the day, I go Transatlanticism by a hair. But these two albums just haunt me as far as like which is better. How can a band make two albums in a row in succession in their career timeline-wise that are this absolutely brilliant? So this was the first example I thought of to start us off with. So I'm going to start thinking and finding my next one while he talks to you about his first matchup. Not matchup, I'm sorry. Your first 1-2 punch.
Yeah. The one I found was a band that...
I see what you got there.
Yeah, he's peeking. That came out with an album after reuniting with their lead guitar. Yeah. Californication. I thought this was a masterpiece when it came out.
It is.
The store we worked at, that we stole our name Music Den from, I believe played this album more than any other album. What's Keith got over there? I think he's in the seas. But yeah, this album got played a ton.
Oh, no,
but then, this bad boy came out, By the Way. And to me,
really?
I think that one stands
It's fantastic.
shoulder to shoulder with it. So, I mean, that to me would be a 1-2, or I wasn't sure. And then you had Stadium Arcadium. So, I mean, you had 3 in a row come out. So,
yeah. That
would be where I my first thought.
All right.
On you, Keith.
Yeah. I think, it's kind of fun going back and forth. I think By the Way is very underrated.
Yeah.
I mean, Californication is, Jesus. I mean, it's unbelievable. So, some of you folks may have seen my video I did about the Michael Jackson Thriller album turning 40 and my thoughts from my childhood and all that. But I want to talk about a 1-2 punch that is like, wow. Michael Jackson's Bad album from the late 80s. I mean, what more do I need to say about this album? I mean, geez. How many freaking top 10 hits were off this bad boy? Bad boy, I didn't even try that. But then, as some of you have seen on some of my other videos where I talk about this, then he released, after Thriller, then Bad, right? So after Bad, he releases this, Dangerous, my favorite Michael Jackson album. not by a landslide, but it's my favorite Michael Jackson album. So the 1-2 punch that he put together with Bad and Dangerous, considering the fact that both those albums followed Thriller, hats off, King of Pop. Yeah, you earned that title with this discography. But I'm going Bad into Dangerous as a 1-2 punch that is just mind-blowing to me. So, are you ready with your next ones? You need a little more time?
I think I need more time.
All right, well, I need to look for my last one, too, because we're each doing 3, by the way.
3?
Yeah, I'm on my second one. I know, see, I had a little bit of time to think about this, even if it was subconscious, so it's not fair to him. But, yeah, I actually don't mind talking a little bit more about Dangerous here, giving him a little time, because, as I may have mentioned on other videos, that New Jack Swing sound, the beats on this album, the production on this album. Yeah, I mean, sure, there's songs that I'm not always in the mood to hear, like Will You Be There, and Heal the World. I mean, fantastic, important pieces of music for humanity. But, sometimes you're in the mood to just hear, Remember the Time, and, those, the upbeat, Black or White and all that stuff. So, as he ruins my CD collection over there. I can't look. But yeah, this album, front to back, I mean, jam. And it's the songs that weren't released that really make this album an absolute treasure to me. There's so many bangers in that first half that were just not even on the radio that are just like, the production is so sick. So I think I stalled enough for you, hopefully.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to go look for my last selections. So go ahead. Go to it, buddy.
All right, for my next one, I'm picking one that has 2 very diverse sounds, but we're both, I think, fantastic. The first was in 98, Beck brought out Midnight Vultures. A really unique, very funky, a lot of different sounds. The guy could play every instrument. And you wonder where it's going to go from there. Well, to the best breakup album. Well, one of the best breakup albums of all time, Sea Change.
Oh, yeah.
So, a very different sounding, much more somber. Again, still well orchestrated. But to me, just a back-to-back fantastic albums and very different sounds. So, that's my number 2, Keith.
Oh, see, you see how he didn't give me much time?
Well, you already know what you're getting.
Well, no, I really didn't. The Death Cab I knew going in, but then I've just been walking around, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
And I had another 1-2 punch in mind here, but then I glanced at the shelf and saw this. I was like, oh. So, and I know Brad will appreciate this one because I got him into this band a while ago. Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
Now, what are the 2 albums I'm going to talk about back to back?
Oh, God, I can never say the one's name.
Fear.
Yeah, and then the Flowers. I always say the Flowers.
The Flowers one, Dulcinea.
The Dulcinea, there we go.
Now, this is your favorite?
That's my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was my favorite for years and years and years, and this one, over the past several years, has been just creeping up, just edging it out.
Yeah.
Virtually a tie, though, which is the whole point of this video. So, Fear had, Walk on the Ocean and All I Want, their 2 biggest radio hits of their career. Now, Dulcinea had radio hits, Something's Always Wrong and stuff like that. But this, a lot of people, if they were just casual fans, like that style of music that was on the radio at that time, they probably, if they own anything, they probably own Fear. This is the one that most people would have probably in their collection. But Dulcinea is just so fantastic too. So I can't fault anyone putting either of these at the top. But yeah, and look at, both of these album covers are just...
How many tracks did I each have?
Oh, well, I know Dulcinea. Oh, Dulcinea has 12, and God help me. I think this has 12.
Get out. Well, this will be a
We're
future.
doing it. We're doing it. Yep. We're doing an album battle at some point. So, what's your last one there, buddy?
My last one is just an easy one for me. Alice in Chains brought out Facelift, and it's one of the greatest just debut rock albums, but then followed it with Dirt. And I don't know which one's better. And I don't know if anybody knows which one's better.
Yeah.
You can't beat them. 2 just iconic 90s grunge albums back to back.
Yeah.
So
that's
to
a
me,
great choice.
The best 1-2 punch ever that come out of grunge. So
that's hard to argue.
Yeah.
That's hard to argue. So what did we have? We had Death Cab for Cutie.
Yep.
And then you had Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yep.
Then I had Michael Jackson. Then you had Beck.
Yep.
Then I had Toad the Wet Sprocket, and you had Alice in Chains.
Yep.
What a diverse little...
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, we did this right off the cuff. He didn't even know what the video was about at all. And like I said, I just had Death Cab going in because I wanted to have time for him to look around at least and have some sort of way to start it. But so weigh in, folks, with yours. What are your favorite 1-2 punches? What are those 2 albums that are in succession in a chronology of a band or artist that you love, that you wrestle with? God, which one is better? Is it a tie?
Mm-hmm.
If I have to pick one, gun to my head,
yeah.
Is there that one song on the one that edges it out over the other? So interesting. Yeah, and I think we found more fodder for our album battles.
Oh, I think so.
So it's just finding ones that have the same number of tracks is the only thing that we have to keep an eye out for. So, so any thoughts on my choices or yours? Or?
No, I mean, they like the same. I mean, great 1-2 punches. So, I mean, it'd be a fun pick-off to see which ones people thought were the better ones.
Yeah, yeah. So which ones that if you guys even in the comments want to just go down the list of the 6 that we presented and say which album you prefer, if you're familiar with the artist, or if you're not familiar, listen to the 2 albums, check out new music. That's why we do this. So, so just a little fun experiment here. So as always, thanks for watching. For Brad, I'm Keith. This is the KMA Music Den. Please like this video, share it on social media, smash the bell for notifications. You'll be notified every time we drop a new comment. And please subscribe to the channel. As you watch this, maybe we will have passed our 10,000 view mark.
We're trying.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's all because
200 subscribers too. We're trying to get that.
Yeah, that's the one we got to keep
there.
pushing for. So, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So, and the people that are subscribed seem to be watching, which is more important to me than anything, actually, than the actual number. So,
not to me.
He wants to start getting paid for this shit. Me too. No, we do it because we love it. So, thanks again. The holidays are coming. So everybody, it's still tough out there for a lot of people. So be good to each other, take the time, share music with each other. Music is a common language that unites all of us. So, food for thought there on that too. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back with more content real soon. We love doing this for you guys, and we're going to keep doing it. No matter how many subscribers we have.
Says you.
This guy keeps me grounded. Thanks, guys. Have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon.